Hi, intermediate algebra. We're doing 10.5, page 688. We're going to graph this. So this is not in vertex form, so we're going to have to use that formula. Okay, so again, A is in front of the linear term. So A in this case is a negative 1/3 because it's in, sorry, A is in front of the quadratic term. So A is in front of the quadratic term, so it's a negative 1/3. B is in front of the linear term, so B for us is negative 2. Just watch the plus and minus. Make sure you have this correct sign. You can't ignore the sign. Woo, aren't those numbers fun? Okay, so we're going to start by getting 2 over positive 2 over negative 2/3. All right, let me write that in an easier way for you guys to solve it. So that's 2 divided by negative 2 over 3, which is the same thing as 2 times negative 3 over 2, right? Because you've got to flip this when you convert it to multiplication, right? Do the reciprocal. So the 2's reduce, and you're left with negative 3. Some people write it out as negative 6 over 2 and then say negative 3. So whichever way you do it is fine. Okay, so once you crunch out the first value, right? So we crunched out that the first value is negative 3. Then you have to put that back into the original equation and solve for the output. So it's like you found x and now you're solving for y. That kind of idea. Now a negative squared is going to be positive here. Double negative, positive. Okay. 1/3 is negative 3. Okay, so we're going to get out a negative 2 here. So we said the input was negative 3, the output is negative 2. All right, so this is the vertex. This is the HK, which is specifically a special version of XY. Okay, so we found the vertex by that formula. One, 2, 3, 1, 2. Negative 3, negative 2 is right there. Now I'm going to look at whether this is face up or face down. Since it's negative in the front, that means that this parabola is frowning. So that means that it's going to be face down. Alright, so since it's face down, it is not going to cross the x-axis. So I'm not going to solve for the x-intercepts. If I did, they would come out as complex numbers, and complex numbers do not show up on the graph. You do need a y-intercept here, so make sure you let your x be 0. So I'm just going to plug that in. H of 0, I'm just plugging it into the original here. Negative 1/3 times 0 squared minus 2 times 0 minus 5. So h of 0 equals to negative 5. Okay, great. That's the y-intercept. Okay, so 0, negative 5, that's the y-intercept. This guy over here is the vertex. Alright, axis of symmetry goes right through the center. So axis of symmetry here is x equals to negative 3. Right, that's the line that's going to cut your graph in half. So we're going to use that to find the buddy of this guy. So this guy is 3 units away. It's a 3-unit walk to here. So it would have to be a 3-unit walk to the other side, which from the origin would mean I would have to walk over 6 units. 3. If I go 3 more, I got 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, oops, let me just pull this guy in a little bit. Okay, so then that point is going to be -6 because it's on the left side, -5. Let me write that cleaner. -6, -5, and that is my point by symmetry. All right, so this graph was face down, and again, the 1/3, if it's less than 1 out front, like I'm talking an absolute value, ignoring the sign. If it's less than 1 absolute value, it's going to be wide. If it's greater than 1, it's going to be narrow. So this was face down and wide. That's why it didn't have any x-intercepts, because it's face down below the x-axis. So that's all you need. If it has no x-intercepts, you're not going to solve for them. So some graphs have 3 points, some graphs have 5 points. If it doesn't have x-intercepts, you want to show 3 points. If it does have x-intercepts, you want to show 5 points. Okay, gang, I hope that helps. I'll catch you in another video. Bye-bye.